If you like Casablanca, then you'll like The Pied Piper from 1942. Monty Wooley plays an Englishman on vacation in southern France. Unfortunately, he picks the exact time that Germany invades France, so he decides to leave on his own to go home. However, a couple fleeing to Switzerland is worried that Switzerland could be invaded next, so they ask Wooley to take their 2 young children to England. Wooley reluctantly agrees, but on his journey home, he starts to slowly pick up more and more children from other couples who want their kids to get to safety. I'll be honest, I am not a Monty Wooley fan. I really dislike his seminal performance in The Man Who Came to Dinner. However, I found him very endearing in this film. He starts as an old curmudgeon who hates kids, but as the film goes on, you slowly understand where his angst comes from. You really get to empathize with him and understand his motivations. And of course, he eventually grows a bond with all the kids. Apparently, he was nominated for an Oscar for this film, and it was well deserved. He lost to James Cagney for Yankee Doodle Dandy. It's really an underrated performance full of pathos and comedy. Yeah, I forgot to mention, even though this is a drama, it sprinkles in some comedy so that it doesn't come off as depressing. And considering the subject matter, yeah, this could have gotten sad really fast. This film opened my eyes to Monty Wooley as a performer, and even had me look into more of his work. Another highlight are the child actors. That's Roddy McDowell and Peggy Ann Gardner as the first 2 children in Wooley's care. Many child actors from this time weren't very good, but McDowell and Gardner really knock it out of the park. It was clear these 2 had prolific careers ahead of them. Honestly, it's not just them, it's all the kids. There's a child they take into care who's scarred by the bombings, and you can just see it on his face. He doesn't have to cry to tell you how scared he is. One look and you can tell exactly what he's been through. It reminds us that the other casualty of war is people's psyche and childhoods. I also adore the script. The way he comes across the kids feels natural, but funny. I kid you not, I laughed out loud when he was given the last kid. I'm not going to spoil it, but you just have to watch it to appreciate it. The film was actually an unexpected hit when it came out in 1942, and even garnered some Oscar nominations, including Best Picture. It's a shame this film was forgotten, but there were some titans that year. Mrs. Miniver, Now Voyager, The Oxbow Incident, Cat People, just to name a few. I highly recommend seeking out this one. It's never been released on home media, but it's always somewhere on YouTube. So, if you like Casablanca, you'll probably like this film for its World War II backdrop, endearing story of triumph, and its memorable cast of characters.